Guys, what is up? What's going on out there today? Yes, Brent Abel here, webtennis.com. And what I got for you is a little tough love, maybe a lot of tough love today. I got a bone to pick with you. And look, you may not be the kind of player that falls into the category that I'm going to talk about today, but if you are, um, I got a strong message for you. And yeah, look, before we get into that, if you've not already picked up my or signed up for my free 9 minute free video about the between points routine, 4 parts between points routine that we got to go through, right? We got to practice it, we got to discipline, we got to use it in matches because the reality of our tennis matches is 80% of the time during matches, when we're on the court, is either spent between points and or side changes. Only about 20% of the time on average are we playing the points. And what that means is that if you manage that 80% of the time when we're not playing, if you manage that really well, you tend to play at the very top of your current skill level over and over and over again. And that's when you become a consistent shot maker. And that's when you start to build the kind of confidence when you're always playing up here and not sort of up here 1 point, down here the next point, but you're always up in here at the top of your current skill level. That's when you build the confidence to start moving up to the next level. Guys, what I want to make sure that if you've not yet done this, when we're done today with the video, right down below, there's a link. I want you to click it, drop in a first name and email address, and you will get immediate access to that free 9 minute video. Look, um, how can I say this without, well, I'm just going to say it. So, tennis is a game of habits, either good habits or bad habits, right? And that's one of the ways that we become a consistent shot maker, right? Where we stop making like a lot of bonehead, unforced errors, right? And and the game really is about making the fewest unforced errors. It really is. I mean, you can look at the stats, and I mean, if you're thinking that you're going to win matches by winning the outright winner category, you're not. I mean, it's rare. So you got to get really good at building habits that allow you to become a consistent shot maker. And those good habits, we talked about this all through January, right? All the fundamentals, you got to build those habits. And here's what happens from time to time is and I'm not saying that you're not out there working your butt off, that you're not out there practicing a ton, and you are, but what happens sometimes is you go out there and you all of a sudden you have a great epiphany on something. And it may be just a little nuance of a fundamental. It may be a little nuance of something that you've been working on, but it's like the missing ingredient for whatever that thing is. And for that practice session, you get out there and you work on it and you go, wow, this is a difference maker. And when you're done, what you don't do is you don't write that thing down on a piece of paper, or you don't commit it to a voice memo on your phone, or you don't right then and there send yourself a text with whatever was that little nuanced thing, that epiphany, or an email, whatever it is. But you don't do it. And then the next thing you know is you come out the next day and you've forgotten about it, and you start reverting back to the same old thing that didn't have this little nuance that you discovered literally yesterday. And so it's a lazy, bad habit of not committing to writing stuff down. I'm sorry, I don't care how great your memory is, right? I don't we just forget stuff. And so if you don't write it down, to me that's like an excuse for not getting better. It's it's kind of weak. And the lovely Mai Chikawa dash Abel's back there going, oh, uh-huh. Um, it's true. You got to commit this stuff to writing it down. And then, so look, the sequence is this, is you have the epiphany in the practice session of this little nuance, right? Great. And you work on it. Great. But the next part of it is you got to commit it to writing somehow so that you've got some kind of documentation of what you worked on so that you can bring that out the next day and continue the habit building of whatever that nuance is. If you don't do it, you're going to continue to stay stuck. You're just going to, I don't know how else to say it, but maybe it's an excuse, maybe it's lazy, but whatever it is part of building good habits in the game of becoming a better tennis player, whether it's stroke mechanics, whether it's tactical, whether it's mental, whether it's physical, fitness, right? Whatever it is, you got to write this stuff down. So there you go. I hope this has been helpful today. And again, habit building is a choice, right? I mean, look, I came to the game of tennis, or at least before I got to Tom Stowe. I was just out there, just sort of using whatever natural athletic abilities I had, just kind of doing that, and it got me to a point, but it really wasn't doing any damage. I was a mediocre player, and then I got with Tom Stowe, and he just really drilled into me because we continued to work on the same things over and over and over again, which is the message that we gave or that I gave you in January, which is mastering the fundamentals is the advanced stuff, and mastering meaning that it's just habit building, right? That's all mastering is. And if you're not willing to do all the things that we need to do to build good habits, and one of those things being when you have that epiphany, write that sucker down, commit it to something so that you're not relying on just memory. Because I just think that's a weak excuse for not getting better. No, no, there you have it. Guys, look, hope this has been helpful today. I want to hear from you right down below in the comments area. What's on your mind? Any comments, questions, remarks, feedback? You know me. I love to read your stuff and respond. Might take me a day or two to get back to you. And yeah, as I said at the top of the video today, if you've not yet picked up my free 9-minute video, it's a private video. You can't go out there and search for it on Google or YouTube and find it. It's a private video. So I've got it for you, but all you need to do is just drop in a first name and email address. The link's right down below, webtennis.com. And you're going to get access to this video where I describe what is my 4 parts between points routine. And talk about habit building. When I play my best, I am going through that thing over and over and over again throughout the entire match during 80% of the match to make sure that I continue that good habit. Right down below, there's that link. You can click it and get access to that video. Guys, it's time. We got to get way out there. We got to help someone else have a spectacular day. Guys, I'll see you again next time.